Okay, I'm just texting someone. Okay, to make sure they can hear me. So I want to make sure. I've never done this before. So I'm really excited about it though. I think it's cool to be like live on YouTube. So I'm going to get started and I'm basically just going to give you an idea of what this is going to be. I want to tell you a little bit about my story, but I also want to clear up some questions that I know I had when I first started and also kind of clear up those misconceptions I started. I think we've all been there, and I think it's easy to kind of get stuck in our heads with that kind of stuff. So hopefully I can clear some of that up for you. So I'll start off by introducing myself. I am Mackenzie Molinax, and I'm 22 years old. I'll be 23 very soon. And I just graduated from WVU. Well, I guess it's not just anymore, but in May of 2015. And I got a public relations degree. I worked all through school. I was a bartender. I started bartending right when I started college, and then I picked up another job kind of like halfway through. And that's kind of just like the surface story. So I'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea of kind of the story that brought me into this opportunity. But so I got really unhealthy while I was in school. Working at a bar was not in my favor. Drinking all the time, eating everything in sight. I'm talking like a cheesesteak once a week, sometimes twice a week. And I just kind of became that girl that like didn't really care. And, you know, who was funny because she was stuffing her face and keeping up with the guys when it came to the beers. And that's what it was. And I'll be honest, like I wasn't very pleased with who I was. You know, maybe on the outside I acted like I was, but there was something inside me that was saying, you're better than this, you know, this isn't who you're meant to be. And it took me a while to kind of realize that. And it started whenever I started paying a little more attention to my health and fitness. And so I got started in January of 2015. And, you know, I just reached back out to my coach. I had the 21-day fix at this point for like 2 years. I just never committed to it. I was like, you know, always making these excuses, like acting like I couldn't work out at home and saying that I needed to be at a gym because that's what everybody else was doing or whatever. And, you know, I just never like was at rock bottom basically. And that's kind of where I found myself. So picked myself up and just started working out daily. I joined the groups that Beachbody provided. And my life really, really, really started to turn around. Not just in the sense where I committed for 21 days, but I was learning things that were truly changing my life, like truly changing the way that I viewed myself as a person. And that's kind of where that confidence and figuring out that better version of myself was there. It was just taking a little time to kind of bring that person back to life. And so when I graduated, I was really confused about what I wanted to do. I had a really good resume, I'll be honest. Like my grades were good, and I could have started applying for different jobs and going to interviews, but something just wasn't really there for me when it came to that, you know. And I tried different things while I was in school, but nothing really stuck. And I think that's because I was always that person who didn't know what they wanted to be. Like truly, 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 I never could have told you like one certain thing that I wanted to be when I grew up. And I feel like a lot of people suffer from that, and we have to figure that out. And I didn't really like that. So, you know, I watched what my coach was doing, and I saw what this team was doing, and I'm like, what is this? Like, what do these people do? Because it just looks fun. You know, it looks cool. Like whatever they're doing, I kind of want to be a part of it, just because I can tell you right now that at this point I had been kind of working with my months, and I would not have made it that far had it not been for the support of everyone. So I really just wanted to get involved in that way. And I remember the very first time that I told the world, I guess, that I was a Beachbody coach. And I don't really remember, you know, feeling anything except super excited, because I was finally going to be that person in somebody else's life that my coach was to me. Because, you know, it was so much more than health and fitness. And at that point for me, yeah, it really was a lot just health and fitness, but because I became a coach and I started to really, really work on myself and kind of dig a little bit deeper, I've overcome a lot of things that I can now say I'm really, really proud of. And, you know, I am in a lot of ways that same girl, but there's a lot of things inside of me that I'm super pumped and super happy that I'm like getting excited that they are relit, because that is what I'm here to try to share with all of you. So, starting out, you know, that's kind of my story, but I want to let you know that I had my questions at the beginning. I didn't understand this, guys. Like, I went into it thinking, okay, this is going to give me the opportunity to explore other things. You know, like I just graduated. Why do I have to make a big career decision? I was like, I just need to kind of like see what's out there for myself. So I already had a job. I was bartending, and I was like, okay, I can do this on the side while I bartend. And, you know, I figured, what the heck, it's going to at least keep me healthy. It's going to keep me involved with these awesome people, because truthfully, changing my habits kind of took me out of the bar scene. I didn't really have anything else to look forward to. Truthfully, I used to go to work and on a Tuesday and be like, all right, I guess I'll get drunk tonight. I don't have anything else to do. That was not okay anymore. I needed an outlet that was positive and that was going to, you know, start making me a little bit of a better person. So that's the way I looked at it. And then when I got started, I realized there was an opportunity here. And so my questions and my misconceptions were all cleared up. So I want to do that for you guys. So the very first one that, you know, I feel like this is such a big, I guess you could say, myth. Is this a pyramid scheme? Honestly, I remember when I started this, and people, I swear, it's like they looked at me like, poor little Mackenzie, she fell for one of those pyramid schemes, you know? And I'm like, no. My dad is pretty, let's say, I don't know how to say it, but with a dad like mine, this was something that I had to clear up. He was not about to let that happen. I did my research, guys, for myself, and I can confidently tell you that pyramid schemes are illegal, and I am not involved in any type of illegal action being a Beachbody coach. This is not an illegal thing that we are a part of or we are, you know, engaging in. Also, there is nothing that stops me from surpassing anyone in this organization. It doesn't matter if I was the first Beachbody coach who was ever signed up or number 40,000. It does not matter where you lie in this organization. You are in full control of your ranking advancements and surpassing anyone who is ahead of you in your organization or above you in your organization. It is set up like that. That's the structure. But I know I don't owe any debts to anyone above me. I don't have to pay out to anyone above me. And there's nothing that keeps me from surpassing them. So for me, like, I think of a pyramid scheme and I think of a corporate system, because let's face it, guys, if you work for this company, are you ever going to surpass the CEO of the company and be able to do that in the short amount of time even that is possible with coaching? Absolutely not. So that's kind of what I also saw, that you are in full control of how quickly you advance in something like this. It's based on what you put in, you know what I mean? The work that you do put in. And also, you know, I trusted in the coach that I was talking to. I didn't think that she was going to bring me into something that was A, illegal, and B, detrimental to me as a human. Like, I just trusted her, and I did my own research. So I encourage you guys to do the same to make yourself feel better. But I can confidently tell you that what I am doing here, this is not illegal. Okay, so the next one. I'm not really into sales, so I don't know how I could ever be successful as a coach. Well, I'm not really into sales either, guys, and I don't know how to tell you to be a salesperson. I don't know how to teach that. No one on my team is going to be able to help you with that. And personally, I do think that some people come into this trying to just sell, sell, sell. And there are some people out there that just do it that way. And in my opinion, I don't feel like that's the way that I believe in doing it. And so I can see how you would have that misconception. But truth be told, what I love most about this opportunity is that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You might make a quick buck, but let me tell you, you are not going to be successful unless you're doing this for the right reasons. Just there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like, you know, I'm here to share my experiences. I'm here to share my struggles, and I'm here to help people with everything that I've learned, and then everything that, you know, is still a roadblock for me every single day. I'm not here to shove numbers in your faces. Like, I don't get that. So if that's what you want to do, this isn't right for you anyway. And I'm not going to be able to help you become a salesperson. Trust me. That's truly why I do love this, because you can't really get rich quick. This is something that you truly have to be doing to have success with. You have to care. So the next one, I love this one. I'm not passionate about health and fitness, so how could I be a coach? Or I'm not even at my goal weight, so how? So first of all, guys, this is not all about teaching someone how to do a push-up and helping them with a meal plan. This is so much more than that, because I thought this too when I first started. I was like, okay, I've always kind of been active, but I got to be honest, like, I don't look forward to working out. I never really looked forward to the conditioning basketball practices that I went through in high school. Like, I don't enjoy running. Yeah, so I don't really know how I'm going to inspire someone. If you ask me, I think it's more inspiring if you're not just all around absolutely crazy about it. And if you are, that's awesome, because that is your piece that you can add to this. That is that stamp that you can put on your brand. But truthfully, you don't have to be at a goal weight. You know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be real, and you have to be willing to share that with people, because honestly, they need you. Someone out there needs you. They need whatever you can say to them to add value to their life and to help them through whatever they're going through. We're all different, and we all have different struggles. So knowing that I have someone with me and supporting me who I know has struggles too, and who I know can kind of relate to my struggles, that's going to be so much more motivating to me, guys. So trust me, you don't have to be a fitness guru or a health guru. You don't have to have a nutrition degree. There's no resume you have to hand in for this on how fast of a mile you can run. You really just have to be willing to share what you go through with other people. And truthfully, for me, it is more than health and fitness, because I found confidence and the excitement to just chase the best life that I could possibly live because of this. So yeah, that's way farther than health and fitness. I wasn't very fond of myself before this. You know, I truthfully was not a huge fan of myself sometimes. And I am now because of this. So it really, you know, do I think health and fitness is important? Yes. But there is so much more that you can add to someone's life through this opportunity than just coaching them as a health and fitness coach. Okay, the next one. I'm coming into this way too late. There's already so many people in my town and on my Facebook feed, it seems like, that as a coach. All right, totally understand that, guys. But let me just tell you, I am my business. I am the CEO of my team. I am my brand, okay? So I am partnered with Beachbody, and it's amazing because I get to help people change their life with their products the way that those products changed mine. But I am what makes that different. Like I said before, I am the person that gets to add that true value to somebody. And, you know, I needed my coach. Just like somebody's going to need you, guys. Like, it's so true in the sense that there is someone out there that needs to hear what you have to say. And I look at it as, if I can be as effective and as, you know, as inspiring and change as many lives the program, the 21 Day Fix, for example, that changed my life, that's what I want to do. So truthfully, you are the one that makes it different. My coach is from the same town as me, and I can't tell you whenever I feel like we're, you know, kind of overlapping. We're really not, because we're really different people. So that's all that matters. That's all that matters, is if you're yourself and you put your own personal stamp on it. But that's the best part, because you get to be your business. You get to bring all those different things about yourself into your brand and into what you like to share with people. Okay, I don't think I have the time. So I feel like this one is just so, I hear this all the time. Truthfully, I feel like it's an excuse. It's just like whenever I told myself all through school that I didn't have time to work out, even when it was a 30-minute workout. You know, I just constantly convinced myself that I do it some other time, or I do it when I graduated because it's fine. Like, you know, this is just how college is, or whatever. So I was just filling my mind with those different excuses. And truthfully, I think that if you have a shorter amount of time to get something done, you're more focused and you're gonna probably get it done. I juggled 2 jobs and going to school full time. And I'll tell you, because I had those 2 jobs, I was able to keep my scholarship. That is what kept me on track. Most coaches do work part-time. Most coaches are working this business, you know, kind of whenever they can. But truthfully, I know so many people who started out working this 30 minutes a day or 3 hours a week or whatever worked for them, guys, and they got more time the more they worked, because this business created more freedom for them. So it's one of those things where, you know, don't start later rather than sooner if it's something as simple as time, because you can create the time. That's something that, if you want to do something, you can create that time. It's just like if you want to get that workout in, you know, you will get it in if you want to get it in. So there is a way, truthfully. And I just wanted to touch on that one because I feel like I understand that. And I'm personally working this business part-time. You just kind of figure it out, but it's not something that should totally be the deciding factor, because it's something that we can all also help you with and teach you how to utilize your time. So now that I kind of covered all of those different things, I kind of want to explain to you, okay, so what is coaching? What is this? What is it then? Some people come into this and, you know, this is kind of how I was at the beginning. I wanted to keep that accountability. I wanted to stay motivated. I needed this awesome community behind me. And they just really want to be a part of something like that. They need that in their life, and that's awesome. Like, guys, I can't tell you how much I love working with people who are, you know, they're just here because this really truly is like that much fun. But, you know, then someone comes into this business and they're like, I was made for more. I want to create something that is going to make me feel fulfilled. And I want to create something that's going to truly change my life, my family's life, and a lot of other lives because I have taken on this position to be able to do that. And truthfully, that's what I love most about this. I love the fact that I'm able to do all the different things that I always dreamed of doing because of this opportunity. I'm not just talking about, you know, the small things and the exciting things. I'm talking about the things I dreamt about when I was a kid. You know, I used to sit on this quilt and press each different square and pretend I was traveling somewhere. I have always had the dream of being able to go and do as I please. And I didn't want a job to hold me back from that. I experienced what it was like to sacrifice all through school, and I was not a fan. I didn't get to go home for all of Christmas break, never got to go home for all of Thanksgiving break. I never spent, you know, 2 or 3 consecutive nights at my home because I had to go back to work. And I missed out on a lot of things that people think you're, you know, that you only get to do in college. Those football games and those those things that seemed special at the time, because they were. I didn't get to do them. I experienced that sacrifice. But at the same time, did I get to do a lot of things because I was working? Yeah. But I realized super, super soon that I definitely did not want to be held back from a job. I wanted to be able to travel freely, see my family when I wanted to, and, you know, just not ever have to worry about something like that. So with that being said, I want to share with you something that I'm actually going to be doing within the next 2 or 3 months. Like I said, I never had a dream job. You know, I didn't like wake up one day and say, I'm going to be an astronaut. It wasn't really like that for me, but being able to live freely was 100% something I was dreaming about from day one. So I am actually going to be moving to Florida in the next 2 or 3 months. I don't know when I'm going to find an apartment, but I am excited to tell you that because the fact that I am going to be able to go down there, I'm going to still work part-time, but I see this future for myself now that is unlike anything I ever imagined, because I closed my mind off to thinking I would ever actually do it. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't believe that I'd actually make it down there, that I'd actually ever go. And I know I'm going to be okay. Like, I know it's going to be everything that I ever dreamed of because I believe in myself again. And I can't tell you like what that feels like to know that something like that is something I've dreamed of my entire life, just to get out and go, just to get out and experience as much as I possibly can. And this business is going to give me that freedom to be able to do that. Also, I would not financially be able to be making this move had this business not come into my life. I don't want to get into the numbers, and I don't want to get into like how the money side of this works. That's something that we can talk about privately or at another time. But I do want to share with you guys something. Today was the biggest paycheck that I've ever received from Beachbody. And I'll tell you right now, like, I was in a crunch yesterday. I got a call from my credit card collection place, not even really sure, but this lady called me. She's like, hey, you have a bill due. And I'll be totally honest, like, I was freaking out. I saw what was ahead of me. I saw that I wanted to be moving, and I've been saving. I've been able to save because of Beachbody. But there was a moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. But that moment was like this long rather than like this long. It was in my mind for like 2 seconds because I realized I'm going to make this happen. And, you know, today I saw my biggest paycheck to date. And to be totally honest, that is a reflection of the way that my mindset has shifted in this last few months. I saw something ahead of me, and I saw something in front of me, and I saw what I have right now in my hands. And I saw the opportunity to make that life happen for myself. And so, like I said, I don't want to get into that super deeply, but that's something that really means a lot to me. And I really want to share that with you guys because it's really real. You know, every piece matters. At the beginning, it was helpful for my cable bill, and now it's helping me move on in my life in big ways. And it's going to continue to keep helping me live the life of my dreams. So, truthfully, in something like this, you really, really do get out what you put in. Like I said, my mindset shifted and just something happened, and I really wanted to just really give this back. You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you how this is truly, truly, truly from the inside out changed me as a human being. And I mean, I guess I will try to tell you. It's that person that I was when I was a kid, and I was sitting on that quilt and I was pressing those squares, and, you know, I was playing dress up all the time because I absolutely loved fashion, and I was performing for people every single time they walked through my front door. I put on an outfit, got my karaoke machine out, and I was ready to go. But it always took an army to help me understand that I could be that person. I never believed in myself enough to know that it was okay to be awesome, and it was okay to love your life, and it was okay to live a pretty awesome life. You know, I was afraid of that. And I'm not anymore. I'm so not, because I'm so trying to help as many people as possible feel that way again. And that's what I enjoy the most about this. That's why this isn't just about health and fitness for me. That changed the game for me when I needed it the most, yeah. But this opportunity forced me to work on myself. And had I not done that, I would not be where I am sitting here in front of you right now. But I do want to tell you that I think it's common to think, you know, you have to fit into this certain mold and you have to be a certain person to do certain things. And I don't believe that at all. As a coach, we work on ourselves, guys. We're vulnerable. We are just people who are okay with being uncomfortable a little bit to help somebody else be comfortable. You know, that's what it's truly about. We work on ourselves to become the best version of ourselves, to help somebody else become the best version of themselves. And I'll tell you right now, if you think that you need to fit in some certain mold to become a Beachbody coach, you're not going to find that mold on my team. Not at all. I mean, I truly and wholeheartedly believe that this is the opportunity to not fit in a mold and to find what it is about you that makes you a little different, that you're proud of, makes you a little different, and just like shout that from the rooftops. Like, touch as many lives with that as possible and help somebody else figure out what it is about them that's a little different, that, you know, they kind of think is a little cool. That's what that's about for me. I don't want a team full of people, full of robots. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I want to work with. That's not my dream. I want a team full of people who are excited about helping people, because that's what this is about. We're just people helping people. And like I said, you're not going to have success if you're looking at this as a way to, you know, as a way to make a quick buck. It doesn't happen that way. You're not going to see long-term success from it. When you start to care, and I don't just mean, you know, you have to care about yourself first. And that was kind of the hardest thing for me to figure out. I was like, I don't get that. But that's so true. If you don't care about yourself first and believe that you have any value to add to somebody else's life, then you won't have any value unless that you believe that you do. So for me, that's my favorite part. This has taught me to believe in myself again. It's taught me to figure out what value I can bring into somebody else's life. And it's been unbelievably rewarding. So I hope that gives you guys a little bit more of an idea of what this is. I'm really happy that I got to share that with you. You know, this isn't really, it's not for every single person on the planet. It really isn't. But, you know, if it feels like something that I said maybe lit that little spark in you that you know, kind of burn out in me, then I'm just grateful for that, because whatever you decide to do with that little spark, it's burning. So thanks for listening, guys. And I was really, really honored to be able to share that with you. And have an awesome Thursday night. Bye.